I missed the lady.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I didn't see it. I had seen it the first time. I was checked. So I got back Thursday, so maybe I came in Friday. So I didn't see it first. I think it was. I think it was good. I got a relationship.
My jacket somewhere.
Let me look. Say this is a big red one.
Yeah, I got a face.
Now we're getting serious. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it will be a small amount, but every little bit helps. I'm going to come in for an interview next week. And I really...
You get home okay?
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. Thank you. There is one other participant in the conference.
Hello?
You got to speak on me?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear. Hello, Selectmen.
Hello.
Selectman Eubanks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, okay. Nobody else is on the line?
I'm going to fix them.
Okay. Selectman Hill. Afternoon, sir.
How y'all doing?
Good. Good afternoon. Yes, yes. Okay, well, it is 5:30, and we'll begin. If you don't mind, I'd like to open with prayer. Please bow your heads. Gracious Heavenly Father, we're thankful this day. We certainly enjoy the seasons and the change of weather. We pray that all of our citizens and employees get through the weather, the travel safe and sound, keep us safe in our homes, and know that sun will come again. Father, we pray for the meeting tonight. Pray for those that have made it in attendance, the difficulties they may have had in getting here, but they care for the city and we appreciate their presence. Bless this meeting, bless our thoughts, provide guidance. In Jesus' name we pray these things. Amen. Clerk, we do have a quorum, and we have Selectman Eubanks participating by teleconference. Okay? And so we shall proceed. I know that, Board, that we have one addendum item to consider tonight, which would be Randall Castro Love, a probationary firefighter that would like to be appointed tonight. Could I have a motion and a second to add one additional item?
So moved.
Selectman Tullis, Selectman Brock. Selectman Eubanks, sir, how would you vote? Selectman Eubanks.
I vote aye.
Selectman Hill.
Aye.
Selectman Brock.
Aye.
Selectman McKenzie. Selectman Tullis.
Aye.
Motion carried. We have add one additional item. All right, we have the consent docket before you, Board. Without objection, the consent docket would be approved. Hearing none, it's been approved. We move to the item number 3. Selectman Cameron has entered the room. It's all right. We have Selectman Eubanks via teleconference. All right, we're at item number 3. Board, it says skip out to the right side. What does that mean, Madam Clerk?
Which one is there?
Item number 3.
It did not have to go in the general. There's some money goes into the general fund. And so when she was here, there was some other items that got thrown back to me there.
So this is, we just skip item number 3. Motion to skip. Without objection, we skip item number 3. Without objection, we're skipping item number 3. Item number 4, move to consider receiving a check in the amount of $150 from the state of Mississippi. This is Department of Finance and Administration, check number 100473189. This is for stress management training reimbursement for dispatcher Wilfred Turner, to be accepted into the general fund and increasing the police training budget fund 001100635. Could I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Selectman Tullis?
Second.
Selectman Brock. Discussion on item number 4. Vote. How do you vote, Selectman Eubanks?
Aye.
Selectman Hill?
Aye.
Selectman Brock?
Aye.
Selectman McKenzie?
Aye.
Selectman Tullis?
Aye.
Selectman Cameron?
Aye.
Motion passed. It was unanimous. Item number 5, move to consider receiving a check in the amount of $3,600 from the state of Mississippi Department of Finance and Administration. It's check number 100475379. It's for basic academy training for Officer Cody Cooper, to be accepted into the general fund and increasing the police training budget 001110635. Need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Selectman Tullis?
Second.
Selectman McKenzie. Discussion on item number 5. Vote. How do you vote, Selectman Eubanks?
Aye.
Selectman Hill?
Aye.
Selectman Brock?
Aye.
Selectman McKenzie?
Aye.
Selectman Tullis?
Aye.
Selectman Cameron? Motion passed. It was unanimous aye. Item number 6, move to consider receiving a check in the amount of $143,985.88 from Southwest Mississippi Regional Medical Center for the 2017 Hospital Elevated Water Storage Tank Project. Could I have a motion and a second?
So moved. Second.
Selectman Tullis, Selectman Hill for the second. Discussion on item number 6. Appreciate the hospital's participation. How do you vote, Selectman Eubanks?
I vote aye.
Selectman Hill?
Aye.
Selectman Brock?
Aye.
Selectman
Aye.
McKenzie? Selectman Tullis?
Aye.
Selectman Cameron? All voted aye. The motion was passed unanimous. Item number 7, move to consider authorizing the advertisement for bid for lawn maintenance and landscaping services for the city of McComb City, Mississippi. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Selectman Tullis? And who made the second? Selectman McKenzie made the second. Discussion back up found on pages 32 and 33. This is Kelvin Butler's on your signature. This is we'll do this for different maintenance projects around the city.
Right, all our maintenance.
We've been doing certain neutral grounds and such with Little Dixie and those kind of in the past.
Right.
Not saying they would be the vendor in the future.
Right.
Okay. This is basically the same contract we looked at before?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Discussion, Selectman Hill.
You said Little Dixie, is this something new that we're doing?
No, it's the same that we're doing, what we're doing now is going out. We haven't been able to get other bids, and we're trying to get more bids.
I was just making the note that on your claims docket over the past 12 months, you've been seeing checks to Little Dixie, and that's the company that has been providing these services in the city in the past, not meaning that they would be the vendor in the future, but that's the same work. Further discussion?
Yes.
So-
Could I have, any previous bids that have services for this particular item? Put in my box, please, for review.
Sure. I think we can handle that.
Just got one bid.
Okay.
We actually tried to do quotes, and we had one quote received, and we couldn't finalize the contract based on one quote. Okay.
When's the deadline?
Is there a deadline on this, Mr. Lambert?
I think it's the 13th.
13th day of February?
No, it's not the 13th, I'm sorry. 13th is a board meeting, that's when we have the hearings on the properties. I don't remember the date. Miss Emma sent that to me this morning, and I just honestly don't remember the date. But it's
Okay.
sometime early February.
Selectman Eubanks would like the bids when they come in, copies of said bids.
Okay.
Vote, Selectman Eubanks.
And any previous bids, what was paying the previous,
Okay. That would be something the city administrator can provide you with previous contracts.
Thank you.
All righty. How do you vote, sir? Selectman Eubanks, how do you vote?
Aye.
Selectman Hill?
Aye.
Selectman Brock?
Aye.
Selectman McKenzie? Selectman Tullis?
Aye.
Selectman Cameron?
Aye.
All voted aye, motion passed unanimous. Item number 8, move and consider authorizing renewal of rental service agreement for utility and laundry supplies for the City of McComb Police Department, City Jail, with Ameripride Services, Inc. This is 105 Landham Street, Durant, Mississippi 39063 for 36 months. Could I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Seven Tullis,
Second.
Seven McKenzie, Chief Nordstrom,
Yes, sir.
is this for your department?
It is, and I believe Miss Emma is the one. It's basically the same thing that we've done in years past, except I don't remember how long the contract, I think it was like a 5-year contract. And instead of going for 5 years, we're gonna do it for 3 now.
That's right, you're correct.
But if you need any paperwork or anything on that, Miss Emma is the lady that has it.
All right. Further discussion?
Yes, same as the previous item, can I have any, previous, bids or, dropped in my box for this particular item, please?
Yes, and it would, probably, I will do that, but also Ms. Wheeler would be a good contact for you on this to follow up with her on the process.
And question, Chief Norton, please, what laundry supplies do we use? I wasn't aware that we had a laundry business.
It's for blankets and towels in the jail, is what that's for.
Did you hear that, sir?
Laundry for who?
Blankets and towels in the jail
For prisoners, people.
for prisoners. At our city jail.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It says towels, but it's basically towels and blankets at the jail.
Yes, sir.
Pretty much what this is. Several items are on the bid sheet, but that's pretty much what you're using.
That's what we use, yes, sir.
Okay.
And mop heads, probably dust heads for mops and that sort of thing, but the main thing is towels and blankets for the prisoners in the jail.
All right. Anything else? Then how do you vote? Selectman Eubanks, sir.
So this particular item, it doesn't go out for bid, it's just saying for renewal. Does it go out for bid?
Ms. Wheeler would put this notice out to our vendors,
Right, and this is the only one that came.
and this is the only one that came back in. Seven Hill. Seven Brock. Seven McKenzie. Seven Tullis. Seven Cameron. All voted aye. Motion passed unanimous. Item number 9, move to consider authorizing payment to the Pike County Tax Collector's Office for services provided for collection of taxes and assessment of property for the City of Macomb City in an amount of $80,092.14. Could I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Selectman Tullis made the motion. Selectman McKenzie, sir, was that you? Brock. Selectman Brock for the second. And this is, the county has been providing these services for the city for the past several years. It's there's a rate, charged on basis on, collections. And this is, we're under contract with them. This is just fulfilling that contract and giving you the amount that we'll be paying them. All right, further discussion? Can you vote? How do you vote, Selectman Eubanks?
Aye.
Selectman Hill. Selectman Brock. Selectman McKenzie. Selectman Tullis. Selectman Cameron. The vote was unanimous in favor. Aye, it did pass. Next, we have an addendum item, which would be, I'd move to consider approving a resolution appointing Randall Castillo Love II as a probationary firefighter for the Fire Division of the Department of Public Safety effective January 18, 2018. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Selectman Tullis.
Second.
Selectman McKenzie for the second. Chief Gary McKenzie, do you have Castillo Love with you?
Yes,
Randall
sir,
Love?
I do. Cass, as we know him, is, he's from Summit, he's homegrown, if you will. He worked with us in the past, had 3 years service with the city, and decided to travel. So he left us and spent some time traveling, I think, most of the eastern United States. And when he returned home, he landed back at Vicksburg, but he's been up there for a little while, and he decided he wants to come back home. And he's fully trained, certified, he's ready to go.
fully trained, certified, ready to go.
Yes.
And it says effective January 18, 2018, that's fast approaching, is it not?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Put him on the truck, put him back to work.
Put him on the truck, put him back to work, is that good, City Administrator?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, discussion board. Mr. Love, if this board says yes, you made a good choice to come back to McComb City, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
All right, further discussion? How do you vote, Selectman Eubanks?
Aye.
Selectman Hill? Selectman Brock? Selectman McKenzie? Selectman Tullis? Selectman Cameron? All voted aye, it's unanimous. Congratulations. Probationary firefighter again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Love. And I know that the chief needs boots on the ground,
Yes, sir.
and we appreciate that. All right, so what do we got here? We have an additional addendum item?
Yes, sir. 85% of the appraisal.
All right, I need a motion and a second to add an addendum to add one additional item. Would you briefly brief the board what this addendum item would be?
These are the eminent domain cases filed by the city a month or so ago regarding the Northwest Interceptor Sewer Project. And under the law, when you file an eminent domain, if it's a qualified project, and sewer is a qualified project, you can file, ask the court to appoint an appraiser, which we have. That appraiser does his appraisal and files them, and the law then allows the governmental authority to, based on the appraisals, deposit 85% of the appraised value in the office of the circuit clerk. That's what this does. After that is done, then we are permitted to go to the eminent domain judge, who is County Court Judge John Price, and he will give us what the law calls a judgment deed in eminent domain. In other words, we will then become the owner of the property and thus able to pursue the Northwest Interceptor project. And the property owners have two options. They can go take the 85% and ask for the other part of the appraisal. In other words, they can accept the appraised price, or they can get their own appraiser, notify the court, and we have our requirement then to get an appraiser, and we go to court and allow a jury to set the value if they disagree with the appraised value. And that's what you're doing, is authorizing the administrator and the clerk to arrange for and Ms. Dillon, to arrange for 85% of these appraised values to be paid into Roger Graves' office, and then seeking the deed from the judge paying for the appraisal by this firm, Collins and Noel in Hattiesburg, and for the mayor to sign any documents that may be necessary.
Okay. So I need a motion and a second to amend the agenda to add one additional addendum item. Could I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Selectman Cameron made the motion, Selectman Tullis made the second. How do you vote, Selectman Eubanks, to add one additional item? How do you vote?
Nay.
Selectman Hill, how do you vote?
No.
Selectman Brock?
No.
Selectman McKenzie?
Yes.
Selectman Tullis?
Aye.
Selectman Cameron?
Aye.
The votes are 3 and 3. The mayor votes aye, so we've got one additional item to consider. So is this the additional item to consider?
Yes.
Did you get the vote, Madam Clerk? All right, so I move we consider approving an account to be opened up in the circuit clerk's office.
I wrote it down over there.
Okay. I move we can strike that. I move to consider authorizing payment of a sum equal to 85% of the total amount of eminent domain appraisals, which were performed by Jonathan Noel Appraisal Company, as permitted by Section 112583 and 112785 Mississippi Code annotated, and to authorize payment to Collins and Noel for appraisal fees or rights of way, easements, and other considerations or damages to property owners for the Northwest Interceptor, and further authorize the mayor to sign all necessary documents. I need a motion and a second. Selectman Tullis made the motion.
Second.
Selectman McKenzie for the second. So, City Attorney, would you, have you covered this?
I've covered it, and, I'm on handy appraisals, they just came in, today to, the city administrator, and I'll be calling him tomorrow to figure on the amounts that have to be paid into the circuit clerk's office.
Okay, so now we're open for discussion on this matter. Selectman Hill.
Yes, how much do our mayor know about this, about exactly what's going on?
Well, I know as much as the board knows is that we have been working on a Northwest Interceptor project for a period of time. Task orders were issued out to Neil Schaefer for design and engineering, and there were rights of way that we needed to secure. We board authorized the city administrator to execute on those rights of way. He secured a number of rights of way, but there were some that he could not. At that particular point in time, the board authorized the city attorney to proceed with eminent domain procedures. The board authorized the hiring of Jonathan Noel and Associates, and he's done the easement work. And so I know exactly what you know. And that's where we are. The appraisals have been done, and this is a legal process as spelled out through state law. And through this, as you stated here. And so this is we have to get this done. The city must accomplish this. Once we do this, then we can actually go out and advertise the project. That would be the next step after we approve this process and put the 85% in the transfer clerk's office. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it's just a process we're having to go through to get to the end where we can finally go out for advertising, bid, secure a bid, and secure a contractor and build this Northwest Interceptor.
What would be 85%?
Well, at different amounts. I marked the pages on page 4 of each. Some of them I saw were as much appraised damages as high as $85,000 for those apartment buildings. One was a few $100s.
So we don't have an, so we don't have an exact amount right now?
He'll calculate tomorrow 85% of that amount.
So we don't know how much, if we vote tonight, we don't know how much the city will be spending of tax dollars.
Well, these will be repaid by tax dollars, but the monies are actually coming from the SRF loan that we've secured from the state MDQ.
So we don't know an exact amount is what I'm trying to get to. We're just throwing something out here today that our lawyer just brought in, our attorney just brought in, and we're willing to vote on it, and nobody knows an exact amount. I mean, it's sitting here in front of our face, but I can go through right now and find an amount, but we don't know.
Okay.
We don't know, correct?
We've got the documents in front of us, and this has just been brought to us, so, run the math. Do the math.
And there may be some errors inside these documents, maybe.
I wouldn't think so. It's been prepared by Jonathan Noel, the guy you hired as a consultant to prepare these estimates for the rights of way for the eminent domain. So the numbers just came in.
Have you had an opportunity to?
This is my first time seeing them, so once I get to those, I go through them and I'll see. But I'll go through them and get the numbers and we get the 85%.
Listen, Mayor.
Go ahead, Senator Brock, go ahead.
I think you got one, Mr. Kessler, David, where is it at? Let me see that back one.
Kelleher.
Keller, didn't he deceased?
He is, that's his estate. I've been talking with the estate's
Close.
attorney, Mr. Goodwin, and that's one of the smaller amounts, like on page 4.
His, you say he is deceased, Mr. Down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how are we moving forward with this?
Through the state.
Is the state?
Yes, sir.
Has the state been settled through the court?
No, it's not been settled, but it has been filed, and they are able to receive the money. If they don't like the appraisal, they're able to go to court with us.
And what was, Reserve of Park Lane LLC, what was their problem?
We went up, is Keith here? I suspect we went up alongside their property line, and theirs is a pretty sizable one because of reasons the appraiser on page 4, look over your shoulder, I think that's that'll be close to. No. One of those apartment things. Let's see if it's this one.
I'm counting there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 properties total, is that correct, Mr. Dowd?
Right, everybody else.
Everybody else, that was
Same.
25 properties
Yeah,
that
25.
that this gentleman, negotiated with, based on, values from the, that came from the Pike County tax assessor. Those 7 we had resolved through eminent domain.
There's one over here.
Yeah.
This was the Park Lane I was asking about.
If you pass those to me, I'll get you a number.
No,
I'll
this
get
is
you a number.
a small one.
Yeah.
The question was about this one. What was their resistance?
What was their what?
Resistance. Why they didn't want to?
I can't speak to that. These people, most of them are out of state, and I've been communicating with either their officers or their attorneys. For whatever reason, they would not consent to granting the property to the city, so we proceeded with eminent domain. This one was just $17,000 in damages.
Was all of them about, was it financial issue, money?
Not understanding where, and we've been working with Neil Schaefer to get them documentation as to where the lines would go and how it might interfere with them while the northwest interceptor is put down.
What's the deadline, how soon do these have to be out for bid?
That'd be an engineering question. I've heard that he and the engineers intend, once we have the transfer title document signed by Judge Price, I think that they would say that they plan to complete the plans and specs and put them up for bids.
Could either one of those, in going through court, can either one of those hold up this whole project?
No, sir.
No.
Under that statute right there, when the court appoints the appraiser, and that's the reason this man from Hattiesburg, the judge sought to appoint somebody that would not have local interest. And the legislature enacted a law a number of years ago that prevented people from holding up needed things like sewer lines. This same type project that the city did on the northeast interceptor that involved Summit Street and then on down below it. Same, and the engineer would be the one that had to speak to this now. An old outdated sewer line needed to be updated in the northeast and the northwest.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, these are the numbers,
It was a 67.
that's going to be Stuart Irving. Okay. So,
We will be going to court with them, but
there's 7 different parcels here in total. You're looking at, like 165 in total, okay? Is what these, that would be the total, so 85% of that number, right?
85% of that.
85% of that number. But that would be, at the end of the day, that would be the number unless we go to court with some of these and it's found differently.
after the fact, if we go to court and the jury decides who paid what.
Yeah. You know, this is you know, there's a line in place, it's undersized, underserved, got to be expanded, going back in the same footprint that we had before, basically with just a few modifications. You know, this line was put in back in the, I don't know, late 60s. You know, rights of way secured in the 60s are done differently today. SRF requires us to go through this process if we want this money at 1.75% for this $7 million project. But we've got to jump through their hoops, and this is what we've done. We had 25 parcels, 25 landowners that we negotiated with. There was 7 that we had to go this route with. But we've got to, you know, we've got to move unless we just don't do the project. But you know, not doing the project is, you know, I don't think an option for this board for those that are served by this interceptor that you know, it's got high infiltrations and problems. You know, this project needs to be done. That's where we are. So, you know, this is all. This is not. I mean, the number is new to us because we know what the number was. We just got the number, but you know, the process. I mean, you know, this is not the process. Was all laid out by the attorneys. We proceeded as we went to hiring the Collins and Null. That's who we hired. It is recommendations.
Well, that's the judge's assignment. The judge decided that.
Okay. The board did not approve Collins and Null?
Yeah, y'all
Okay.
authorized the eminent domain filing, and as a part of the eminent domain filing, the judge appoints a disinterested property appraiser to do for him, the judge, these appraisals.
All right, okay.
So you, Mr. Dottie, you were showing some, but not concerned about Stuart Irving, you say you're pretty sure?
Well, I'm pretty sure that one, I've been in touch with a lawyer from Jackson who's representing them. They are making claims that our engineers don't agree with, but that will cause problems on them being able to use more of their property in behind and affect greatly the value of their property. The engineers say not, but that's what their position is. I doubt very seriously if they will accept this appraisal and take the 85% out of Roger Graves' office and take the other 15% from us, based on what I've been told by their lawyer, that I suspect that in about July or August there will be a trial, and in that trial we will hire, because this guy's appointed by the court, his work is over. They have an appraiser they've already hired. We will, if they insist on a jury trying the issue of what their damages are, and that's what all it'll be. They can't stop the city from taking over the property since it's sewer.
But since if the judge agrees with him, then what's going to be the repercussions on our end? We have to pay him more money?
Within reason, and if we don't like it, we appeal it, you know. But it's my understanding that all of these funds are to be repaid the city as a part of the loan with DEQ, the SRF DEQ loan.
All right. Any other discussion?
It just amazes me how, you guys were comfortable with coming here and wanting us to vote on something that wasn't properly prepared. I'm glad you said that and hash it out, but I don't see how other board members don't draw concern with it. But, our city administrator hasn't even looked at the documentation yet, and you guys want to know. But,
City Administrator?
I haven't looked at it, Don, but I'm
Yeah.
aware of what is going on. I understand what is going on.
I'm not saying that you don't, but there could be errors inside of the documentation. It could be. It may not be, but it could be. If that's the way you guys operate.
I'll reconnect. Is that order?
Come back.
Huh?
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, you please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. Thank you. You are the only participant in the conference.
Just check and see if you'll reconnect. Certain Eubanks and see if you'll reconnect. You may not know it's cut off.
Where's the land of business property? You got the land of business. That's 1660. Right there. We can do it. Okay.
Selectman Eubanks, is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're discussing, we haven't had any discussion since I cut you off, but we were overhearing conversations we didn't need to hear. All right, okay. So here we are discussing the addendum item. Any further discussion on the item authorizing payment equal 85% of the total amount? Then, are you ready to vote, Selectman Eubanks? How do you vote, sir?
Nay.
Selectman Hill? Selectman Brock?
Nay.
Selectman McKenzie?
Yes.
Selectman Tullis?
Aye.
Selectman Cameron? The vote is 3 and 3, and the mayor would vote aye. The motion does pass. Board, I appreciate you coming in tonight. We need to pay bills. I'm not going to get into this tonight, but I just want to give you a heads up that next meeting I want to talk to you about shared use on the Higgins gym, and see if we can get into some kind of discussion with the school district about shared use on the Higgins gym. I would need their consent, need your consent to even have those discussions. But we'll talk about that next week. Entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved. Selectman Tullis made the motion. Selectman Cameron for the second. How do you vote, Selectman Eubanks? Selectman Hill? How's everybody else vote? He's gone.
Aye.
Very adjourned. Very good. Selectman Eubanks was disconnected. He's not. All right.
I think we got
Yeah, sure. Hey, well, did my son tell you anything?
He was correct about the drive around.
Did you walk out to the far point? I mean, there's a way you can walk out to the very tip, this little next trail out there. This road. Oh, the sunset coming back through too.
Didn't see that. And we were just, we hired
Somebody talk to you.
like a young guy, great guy, and that's kind of what he does. He knew a lot, showed us how he stopped, pull over, and
You remember what day it was?
Safe travels, everybody. You can.
Mama, buy me some snacks. Man, with it, $53.
You know, it makes you wonder if it was
He do, but I just like to down there because I pray to him.
So is that what gets the raw materials for?
No, we can't ain't. I think we got the hot dog. Oh, you can have power. Pork and beans and hot dogs.
I don't think I've ever won because they had 7 now. Didn't think I was going to
tired. That fire. not here.
Uh-huh.
He met, I met, and I can't believe that they know that I just can't, like, well,
Make contact with some old friends that you
I only way thought that would be 25 years.
He said, you know, I cut off that way back down in November.
That's what he just told me, and he was supposed to send me a letter.
working on one little deal.
Are you Mike?
Give me a cup of coffee.
Board meeting still?
North Pike and South Pike have canceled, due to icy bridges and roads tomorrow.
Right.
Yes, sir.
What would be your suggestion for the McComb School District? Same? Stay home?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, I don't know what bridges and stuff. All of our overpasses, 30 minutes before I came here, we were getting the city to go out and spread sand and stuff, so, I mean, and it's not gonna melt overnight.
And I was looking at the radar just a minute ago, it's still coming this way, so.
Okay.
And I understand that, you know, people may live in the city limits, but we do have teachers that don't. And they have to come across these bridges and interstate.
Man, I did.
Are all bridges closed right now?
No, sir, they're not closed. The State Street Bridge, we closed it
Now, did you see the
several hours ago. I don't think we closed the other bridges. We have some sand and stuff on them.
I don't know if they got a parkland ready, but at the same time, I was,
Mayor, when you get through with these.
yeah, is that all kind of stuff?
Sure.
Here,
You go to my office? Okay, let's go.
Where at?
Long thing, right?
It is long.
Play right.
They were supposed to be.
Delta, take it down.
Yeah.
Matt, do you need anything?
I was just wondering, who's the property office?
Well, you can get that from your city administrator tomorrow, you know, but,
Butler's got,
yeah.
I'll give him a call,
Yeah.
Let y'all get home. Let me get home too.
Okay, we're going home.
All right, y'all take care.
When you called, I would not have known anything. Right.